Hey there, this is Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal. This is going to be a mass mutation deck. Quick note, a couple notes. One, I'm pretty red. I've been in the sun, deal with it. Had a good time. Second, this is from the Asmodee clearance sale that was $1 decks, so that's kind of a fun thing. My stuff hasn't arrived yet, but my brother-in-law was kind enough to give me a display out of what he'd had delivered, and then I'm just going to backfill him. Um, I'll share another video at some point with thoughts about the $1 sale and how it fits into other news. It makes sense in a world that I would be excited about, where Winds of Exchange is going to be announced at Gen Con or something. It fits in that world. Anyway, but I'll get into it more later. I'm sure there are other interpretations you could have too, but I'm still excited about the game and excited about the future of it. So I got a bunch of decks. All right, so let's open this, see what we get. I'll see if I can get the name first. Perfect. This is Mass Mutation. Hubbing the Intelligently Hostile. That's cool. I like that name. I hope this is a good deck. I'm thinking Logos. Shadows, and Untamed. Oh, I only got one right. I only got Shadows right. The other houses are Dees and Sarian, so that's fun. In Dees, I'm hoping for some board and amber control, maybe some player control as well. In Shadows, definitely amber control, maybe amber burst. And in Sarian, I am hoping for, I guess, board and amber control too. Maybe some weird tricks. Sarian less tricky in this set though. All right. Yeah, let's get to it. Yeah. All right, we start with the bone saw. Okay, that's a nice body. Has one damage pip on it, so we'll see what that comes from later. Got a dark minion, could have come from that. Destroyed, deal 1 damage to each enemy creature. Very nice. Got a Drekker. Gives us a little steal. With Drekker, I'm always really hoping I'm going to get an Essence Scale, because otherwise it's difficult to get Drekker to fire. But, oh, 2 Drekkers. Really hope we have an Essence Scale here. Got an Implosion. Nice, that's a little board control for us. 2 Implosions, okay. Definitely take that. Got an Imp Spectre. I don't think we're getting our Essence Scale here, but I guess we'll see. 2 Imp Spectres, wow. 3 doubles so far. These are good Implosion targets. Dark Minion also, of course, can be. It's also really nice to get a couple of Implosions with Bonesaw, because it increases the chances that Bonesaw is going to be able to interplay ready and get that extra value. Waking Nightmare, okay, a little bit of sometimes forging delay, sometimes you can boost a key cost there. Ooh, Painmail, this is a great card. Really happy to see that. And it's a rare. Are we? How many cards in are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10th card's a rare. Means I guess a couple rares, or they could be special. But anyway, Painmail is an upgrade with an amber, and it gives a creature the text: after any player chooses Dees as their active house, put Chainmail into its owner's archives and destroy this creature. Very nice. It's a good amber generator as well as creature control card. 2 Painmails. Wow, that's fun. I am excited about that. Interesting, like no Mark of D's, no Essence Scale, anything like that, but 2 Pain Mills is very good. Whoa. And a Ritual of Tognath. It's a real shame we don't get an Inverness in here, because that would be so good with the Tognath to be able to purge it from our discard pile and deny the 3 amber to the opponent after bursting it ourselves. But that's still fine. 3 amber is great. We have some good targets for destruction: Inspector, Dark Minion. Um, so this is a deck. Clearly, in these, it's going to be destroying itself a lot, but it should. We have some good options for controlling the opponent's creatures too. So I think it's going to be pretty good for that, and light on creatures on the board. So anyway, yeah. Oh wow, that's great. 2 Pain Meals and Ritual of Tognath. I feel like this is going to be a very high amber generating deck. All right, let's see what's in Saurian next. Chant of Hubris. That's a fun one. Get an amber, move an amber from a creature to another creature. Got a Citizen Shrix, a little steel in there. Very nice. Cornison Octavia. Okay, that's mostly a big body, but it can action capture 2 in a pinch. Quester Jarda. That's a legacy. Yeah, very cool. So Quester Jarda is from, well, it's the only that a legacy could come from in Mass Mutation. This is a card from Worlds Collide. It's a 3-powered dinosaur politician. It has elusive, and after it reaps, you may exalt it if you do get an amber. That's very nice. It comes with a capture icon and a damage icon on it. That is cool. Defense Initiative. Ward a creature. You can exalt it to ward its neighbors as well. We've got a Monument to Ludo, which means we will have a Perfectus Ludo. Move an amber from a creature to the common supply. But if Ludo's in the discard pile, move 2 from that creature to the common supply instead. That could be really nice with some of these creatures. I mean, that plus Quester Jarda means, reap for 2, remove the penalty for the Exalt. With the Octavia, it's capture 2, delete it. Very nice. There's our Ludo, gives everybody all of our creatures destroyed. Evaporate the Amber. 2 Ludos. Awesome. That means we could even have a Ludo on the board, 1 in the discard pile, and still be using this for its 2 effect. Very cool. Hedonistic Intent is an action with an amber. When you play it, you exalt each flank creature. Also great with the Ludos and the Monument, because we can mitigate the effect on our side. Great. 2 of those. And then, oh wow, Senator Quintina, 5 power. After a creature reaps, exalt it. So interesting. And again, with the 2 Ludos, the Monument to Ludo, the Chant, we have ways to mitigate this amber that's going to be showing up on our creatures. So that's pretty cool. Ritual of Tognath could even be very interesting here, and Implosion, because we can kind of make sure that we destroy our creatures while the Ludo's out, if that option is available. So very cool. Ooh, and then a Monument to Octavia as well, which lets a friendly creature capture 1, but if Octavia's in the discard pile, it captures 2 instead. That is fantastic, and again, paired with the Monument to Ludo and the 2 Ludos, it's a lot of that amber is going to get deleted instead of, wow. Anyway, okay, cool. That's a very interesting Saurian, actually. It's kind of like slow amber games. So not the quick, 2-card burst combos that you would get in Worlds Collide. But if you can have these artifacts and creatures out, you're getting, you're generating amber, you're capturing it, you're deleting it. Those effects just sort of slowly over time instead of in a giant burst. Okay. I already saw the next Shadows card, or the next card, which is in Shadows. That is a Dark Amber Vault. Cool. Okay, that means we immediately have to stop and think, how many mutants do we have in this deck so far? I think we only have 1 in Saurian, which would be the Shrix. What do we have in Dees? We have Dark Minion, that's going to be 1. Inspectors are not, and Drekkers are not. So far, this Dark Amber Vault not looking too amazing. We'll see what we get in Shadows. It is a cool artifact, though. Remember, this is the one that is equally likely to show up in any house. It is pretty rare, though. Okay, Bonithing, potentially some steel, but crucially not a mutant. Dark Wave deals 2 damage to each non-mutant creature, which is most of our creatures. Opportunist, that's interesting. And notice, Opportunist captures one on the creature you played on, as well as giving it elusive, but it also has a capture icon here. So that'll play nicely with our Saurian setup. We've got a Seeker Needle, like to see that. It's a pretty good card. Tempting Offer puts a creature back into the enemy's hand. Yeah, okay, that's nice. That's where we got at least one of our capture icons from. Got another Tempting Offer, explains all the capture icons. Ooh, we have a Borrow. That's very nice for the opponent taking over an opponent's artifact. Nice. And Fidget. Okay, cool. This is a very interesting card. After it reaps, you discard a random card from your opponent's archives or the top card of their deck. If that card is an action, then you play it as if it were yours. That's a really nice effect. If it can fire. And I like these. I miss Merkins. I liked Merkins better, but Fidget's still kind of cool. Miasma Bomb. Okay, that's fine. Notice not any more mutants here. Not a single mutant in Shadows so far. Pincherator, that's very interesting. This one also has a damage or a capture icon on it. At the end of each turn, deal 1 damage to each flank creature. Nice artifact. It has an amber as well. And our last card here is Sacro Thief. So this is our 3rd mutant in the deck. We have 1 mutant in each house. So that Dark Amber Vault is kind of meh. But Sacro Thief is 4 power, 2 armor, with elusive. With a Dark Amber Vault, it is suddenly 6 power. That's pretty huge, but what do you do with it? Maybe you use the Opportunist. Okay, so bummer on the mutant count on this one. Yeah, good Dark Amber Vaults are super fun. This isn't a good Dark Amber Vault because it only has 3 mutants. It could still be a good deck, though, and I want to think about that. So first of all, I want to count the raw amber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 just raw amber pips. That's pretty good. And keep in mind as well that we're also going to get probably a steal off of the Senator Shrix, and the Pain Mails are probably going to get played multiple times. So this is a deck that could easily forge 3 keys on 1 playthrough, even if creatures don't stay out. So that's a pretty good deal. As far as Amber Control, that actually I feel like is one of the areas where this deck shines a little bit. It has plenty of options. There's enough creature control. There's not much efficiency here. We're just going to kind of end up playing these cards in the order we get them. That is a bummer. I feel like Shadows is actually a little bit of the standout, holding back the deck a little, actually. Like, it's just not that amazing. Although there are a lot of pips here, but it's just nothing super fancy. How many creatures do we have overall here? We have 1, 2, 3. 3 in Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in Saurian, bringing our total to 9. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in Dees, bringing our total to 15. So 15 is actually, that's a pretty average number. Slightly on the low side. It's definitely not high. So 15 creatures, that's pretty interesting. It's I would say moderately quixel proof in that sense. Um, Even has some ways to push amber back to the opponent with tempting offer. So has some ways to interact with Heart of the Forest, and Borrow is a great way to take over any other artifact. That would just be great for your opponent. So um, this deck actually seems pretty interesting and good. I'm gonna guess it's in the 70s of SAS. Um, I'll find out here for you, but that's where I'm putting my guessing power. It's kind of cool to get an enhanced legacy card like with the Quester Jarda here, because like that just means that's so rare, right? Because that's not a card that would normally be able to have an enhancement, but there it is. And it's just going to be very rare to have an enhanced Quester Jarda. Wow, I was wrong. I was off on the SAS. SAS says this is 65. Um, has 25 expected amber. Um, decent board control, but I had 12 amber control, but only very, very low efficiency. So, like I said, it really is, you're just going to be playing these cards in the order they come out. That means it could certainly high roll, right? If you have a deck like this and you get great draws, you could potentially just have a blowout where everything's in the right order. You're having very efficient turns. It's amazing. But if you're getting a lot of 2-2-2 hands, it's going to kind of be a slog, and there's not going to be a lot of easy ways to get out of that, to pilot out of that. And additionally, there's not ways to save cards for the opportune time. Although most of the cards in this deck were fairly not really necessarily about having them at the right moment. Some of them you would like to have early. Um, certainly the monuments you'd like to have early, so you get a lot of uses out of them. But there aren't very many cards in here that need to have a very specific timing in order to be effective. There are just some that will be effective, and the longer they're out, the more effective they'll be. Anyway, I think this deck is maybe a little underrated. I'm excited to give it a try, see how it plays. And yeah, this was Hubbing the Intelligently Hostile. Hope you enjoyed, and that you'll get out there and forge some keys.